It's on!
It is on. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Disney Parks Talk Live, the weekly show, which we bring you the world of Disney and sometimes otherwise theme parks. We've got some otherwise today. My name is D.B. Mosley, co-founder here at Laughing Place. Over there is my wife, Rebecca Mosley.
Hello.
Down there, continuing his tour of places to live stream from inside Disneyland, is Michael Celestino.
Hello.
And directly below me, Vice President of the shirt he is wearing is courtesy, compliments, and care of Roosevelt is Jeremiah. Good.
Hola.
Two things before we begin. Three things. One, happy birthday, Disneyland, turning 68 today, looking great. Two, if you're in the chat, please join us. Wish Disneyland a happy birthday. We appreciate it. And three, I'm sorry, I know we got stuff to get to, but Jeremiah, you were in Florida. You were in California. You need to be in California in a couple of days. Why did you go back to Florida?
Because somebody had to go see They Might Be Giants every night and dedicate his life to a concert other than...
That doesn't answer his question.
Yeah.
No, that answers why you went to California. Why did you go back to Florida?
Because this upcoming trip that I leave Wednesday morning for was planned before last Thursday night, where we got the invitation to go see Haunted Mansion at Disneyland.
Wait,
Okay.
I have a question, though. Who posted the Magic Happens thing this morning? Because it wasn't me. Was that you?
That was me.
Were you here this morning?
No, that was from the other day.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Just got posted. Kyle, he has his reasons. He has his reasons.
Hey, if you guys want to get on my back, how about you get all the way off my back and talk to our CEO while he's on a plane or in Tokyo Disneyland or sleeping right now? What the?
Sorry, my lens needed cleaning.
Okay. All right, let's get started. It is Disneyland's birthday, so of course we are going to start with some humongous news, and that is that SeaWorld is bringing back the oyster divers. How big a deal is that, guys?
I'm so excited. I love those pearl divers.
I do too. Opa oyster.
Was the pearl divers, those were taken away before the pandemic. Like,
Yeah.
I knew people that were pearl divers, and then they kept trying to use that little arena for different things at SeaWorld Orlando, and it never worked. And then now they're like, oh, wait, we can bring back people that can hold their breath for 3 minutes and dive down.
So
I
cool.
wanted that as my summer job. I wished I didn't live so far away from San Diego. I really wanted to do that. I thought that'd be a great way to spend the summer.
Really cool. They have the big glass with the water you can see, so you can see the people diving and do all the diving and finding. And then they bring it out. They bring out the oyster. They sell it to you. You never know. You might get like a giant pearl worth like tens and thousands of hundreds of millions of billions of dollars. You might.
You may get a lucky and get a black pearl. I mean,
Or you may get cursed and get a black pearl. Oh, we saw that. Sorry. Go ahead, Rebecca.
Apparently, a friend of Tony's thought it was some random guy climbing into the pool.
Yeah, this is what makes me afraid to say I'm a friend of Tony, because Tony does not have the wisest friends in the world. Okay, let's get to Disney. Let's get to Disneyland's birthday. Mike Celestino, you are at the center of the universe right now as Disneyland celebrates number 68. How does it feel to be there?
Yeah, can't you tell behind me, even though it's all washed out? It's great. It's awesome to be here for the 68th birthday this morning. They did a big cavalcade with all the characters and the Disneyland band and the Dapper Dans coming down
We're gonna
to the USA. Yeah.
Show some of that.
There it is.
In the gang celebrating their 68th birthday in their 100 costumes.
Right.
Very cool. Was there any kind of speech or anything?
Yeah, they played a little bit of Walt's opening speech as part of the presentation, and then they sang Happy Birthday at Small World in the middle of Main Street and at Town Square.
Pretty cool. Nice crowd gathered for it, too.
Yeah.
Any birthday buttons today?
I did not get a button.
Is that Steve driving the car? I think it was. Been there forever.
Having
Cool.
Pinocchio and Geppetto on the back of that is very random. But then again, I saw them walking around the park also the other day. Just like Geppetto's now a permanent character at Disneyland.
I love that. Yeah, it was Steve. Nikki agrees. That was Steve. Been there forever. Cool. Let's see. So you went there for the birthday. They sang. They had the birthday donut. We got a picture. We got to see that during our live stream earlier. And we rode the train.
And I will take a picture.
What are you laughing at?
That mix up there of Gaston, Red, and Jack Sparrow.
It just shows the diversity of the Walt Disney Company. But yeah, that is kind of an odd combination.
I was right in front of the omnibus bus when it stopped there, and the evil queen from Snow White was very funny. She kept reacting to the announcements and the speeches as though the day was celebrating her. Like it was her celebration entirely.
Who's to say it's not? Who's to say it's not? So, happy birthday, Disneyland. And Rebecca, do you have ready that incredible Instagram that Disney put out as a kind of a celebration of 68 years?
Is it the one with the balloon popping? Because that's my favorite part of our video.
Not that. This is from Disney themselves, and they actually do, this is like a watercoloring type look to it, and they go back from today, way back until the past.
Are you unable to hit the button to make it share? Or
I can.
Okay, that's fine. When I think it's going to play the music. Is that going to be a problem?
No, but if you can find the mute button, that'd be fine.
Yeah, I don't know how to find the mute button.
And we'll just listen.
What do you think, Jeremiah? Are you a fan of this?
I am. I want to know who did the artwork for it because I love all of those prints.
Yeah. What about you, Celestino?
This is probably AI. No, I don't know. That's good. I like it.
As Mike pulls out his "I'm on strike."
I don't think I like it. I'm not gonna lie.
Probably AI is good. I like it.
Because for me, the first visual that I saw was like this, and I feel like it's the thing where you're like far away from something and you just go
pinching your head and pinching your head.
And it was with the partner statue, and so what the first that's what I first saw was like Walt's head between the two figures, like they were doing that pinch, and so I don't know, so it didn't work for me. But
this is
so that's why we showed it.
This Walt here, this image from it. This reminds me of the Walt. I don't know why. But it reminds me of the Walt in the Franklin Museum exhibit. Maybe just because it's close, but not quite. I know Jeremiah thinks the Walt Disney and the Franklin Museum is better than Walt himself, but most of us.
Walt himself. That's the thing. No, this almost looks like a beatnik Walt because his collar looks like almost like a turtleneck.
This doesn't quite look like Walt, but anyway. Oh, Tony wants me to make it available so we can zoom and play on our own.
Yeah, that would be kind of nice, especially if you could go back and forth like woo woo.
Pinch and zoom. What would Walt? Never mind. All right, happy birthday, Disneyland. Oh shoot, I forgot to read this article. I hope you know what's going on here. We're going to go to Jeremiah now. Walt Disney World. So Disneyland turned 68 by wearing their 100th costumes. Epcot, which is nowhere near 68, which is only 57, is going to celebrate Disney's 100. It's not 57. It will be 57 in October. 56.
1983 was Epcot.
I always want to go 1 year, not 2 years. No, it's 1982 is Epcot.
Yes, 1982 is Epcot. 1970.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Still off on your math.
Yeah.
That may be.
It is 40s.
It's 40s, not 50s.
I was comparing it. I was thinking I was doing it open 11 years later than Disneyland, not Disney World. So yes, you are correct.
Yes, they are celebrating the 100th anniversary almost 8 months after Disneyland celebrated the 100th anniversary. We were getting the Platinum Mickey statue. They had to go to the sign shop to make sure it's spelled all correctly. New show that's When You Wish Upon a Star, which I'm sure Doobie will cry every time he watches it. And then a popcorn bucket and some
Most
food.
importantly, there will be buckets.
But yeah, the announcement. You can tell it's still early on. It's just something of like, hey, Disneyland can't have all the big news today. We got to throw something out there for Disney World. The Mickey photo op will be nice, especially when they take down that fake greenery wall that they had behind it, hiding the construction walls. I think by then we'll start to definitely see Journey of Water inspired by Moana. Hopefully Dreamer's Point will be available at that time. So I think this is just the start of the announcements.
So your prediction is Journey of Water inspired by Moana will actually open someday?
Yes.
Okay.
As it turns out, cast members are starting their preview later this month. So, if we judge by Universal standards, the day after they open it to cast members, it'll be open to the public for 3 hours and then close up again.
Okay, let's go back to the West Coast, but this time not to Mike, but to Rebecca, where she got to do. So where were you, Mike? Oh, you were watching people dance. That's right. Okay. So while Mike was watching people dance over at the Roosevelt, Rebecca was in Anaheim. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I muted Mike. Where were you on Friday, Mike?
To a preview of the Dancing to Disney live performance at the Roosevelt Hotel in Hollywood. We've got a video highlight reel of that up on the Laughing Place YouTube channel.
But that was Thursday night, I believe. Where were you on Friday?
Friday, I was in San Diego at a They Might Be Giants concert.
Okay, so Mike, as Jeremiah said, took a They Might Be Giants weekend.
Yes.
As we all do at some point in our lives, I believe, right? Yes. So Rebecca had to fill in, go down to Southern California, and check out the latest on San Fransokyo. We got an opening date.
No, hang on. I want to clarify here. I was asked not to go to this San Fransokyo event because I wasn't able to eat anything. This was a request from our CEO for me not to cover this event.
Mike is defending himself there against slanderous, libelous comments from the founder. So I'm glad you have straightened that up.
Hey, Mike, you can go to all the concerts you want because I was good with this weekend.
And for those of you who have been around Laughing Place for a while, you know that Mike Celestino famously has a rather restricted availability for food. So this time I got sent down to Anaheim and I got to try out lots of tasty stuff. And San Fransokyo Square, this is the re-envisioning of the area that was where you would get your Pacific Wharf Cafe, you'd have your Lucky Fortune Cookery, Mission Tortilla Factory if you're an opening day person. So that was all there. But now it's going to be San Fransokyo. So rather than taking you into the real world of San Francisco, you're going to adventure into that fictional world of Big Hero 6. Cast members are San Fransokians, so they're of course going to be wearing their favorite team colors. They showed us a couple of ball caps that feature various of the teams, like the Golden State Samurai. I guess a few of the cast will also have hats reflecting the school that is talked about in the film that I always forget the name of. I want to say it's like San Fransokyo Tech or something like that, but I always forget the name even though I typed it out several times recently. So yeah. So among the food items that I enjoyed, I was a big fan of the curry that was served in the Bodine bread bowl. So don't worry, those aren't going anywhere. They're just going to have San Fransokyo treats inside. They're going to do a little
rice-a-roni?
I know, right? They're gonna do a little spin on the clam chowder, add a little bit of umami, so it have a little bit of a different flavor palette to it. My favorite thing that I tried during the day was the chilled soba noodle salad. It tossed in a sesame ginger. It had tofu. It had edamame. It had carrots. So really liked it. Quite refreshing. I wouldn't mind having it right now since I think it's probably 60 degrees in my house. And then there was also, of course, a macaron. This is the first time outside of the festivals that we're seeing a regular macaron offering inside DCA. They have them all the time in varying flavors and whatnot over at Disneyland Park. But this is the first time that we're going to have them outside of a festival offering over at DCA. So that's exciting. This is also the first time that this area is going to have like an actual merchandise shop right there within the little region, which just I hadn't really thought about. But yeah, so, and it's going to feature items kind of from that maker aspect of the Big Hero 6 story. So when you're in the location, expect to see Easter egg nods to the feature as well as the various series that have been on the Disney Channel. So lots of it sounds like they're really trying to kind of bring a different kind of energy to the area. The music that was playing for the event was like a J-pop, high energy fun. They talked about it being transformational from daytime to nighttime, with using neon and that kind of thing. So it sounds like lots of fun coming. Oh, and of course you're going to be able to meet Baymax and meet Hero. So, and he blinked. His eyes blinked. It was cute when his eyes blinked, but I couldn't get a picture. I tried.
And he talks, right?
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. I saw the reports of him talking. Is it more responsive, or is it just the same, like, hello, I am Baymax?
Okay.
What is your pain level?
My old ears really strained to hear Baymax. So my inclination is to say it was not necessarily responsive. So when he and Hero were interacting with each other, it felt more like the kind of like we've experienced with the Stormtroopers or Mando, that type of dynamic, as opposed, so yeah, but he's cute. He was cute. Oh, and then over at Ghirardelli, I think Jeremiah, you actually got to see this, right? Because it opened. This debuted while we were in the middle of this presentation. He's like, and by the way, just so you know, right now over at Ghirardelli, this is happening.
Yeah, this was definitely tag teaming this entire weekend. The way I kind of got it was, there's a big change. They went through the mural that has been there since, I don't remember what year Ghirardelli is actually open. And then just added the San Fransokyo touches to it. So it's the same mural. They had the same effects with the earthquake and the panning for gold. But if you look close enough, you'll notice different San Fransokyo symbols. And of course, the buildings have been updated. And then that's the outside as you're going in.
Oh, okay. By the way, Brian, a noodle burger from Big Hero 6 for the grand opening. That'd be kind of fun, huh? We'll see. We'll see what stuff happens. The thing that hit me the most when they were talking was that they really seemed to work to keep things that they knew were popular and kind of just refresh them and in a way that would fit with the new storyline, like the Bodine bread bowls, having the treats that better fit with the San Fransokyo theming. And then I guess there's some crispy treat that is often a garnish over at Lucky Fortune Cookery that's really popular, garlic pinwheels. And they're actually going to be sold by the bag now with cerveza. So with your draft beers, you'll be able to buy a little bag. So pretty cool.
I've got that bag, I think.
Yeah.
What about the Maseka?
Yeah, see, right there. That was my first go round. Round one.
Mike Celestino, I know you weren't able to go because you don't eat anything that's not made of grass, but looking at the rest of San Fransokyo, what are your thoughts as our West Coast correspondent?
Well, yeah, I said to you earlier on the live stream when the walk and talk that we did that because they've had such a gradual transition, it hasn't been as hard and fast of a refurb or a re-theming as it would have been like something like Toontown that physically closed down to guests that you couldn't enter while they were re-theming it. So it has just been it just felt very gradual to me, and I think they're doing a good job so far. I'm looking forward to seeing the finished product.
Mike, I love that I can hear the Matterhorn howling. That was the highlight right there.
August 31st is what they announced as the opening date for San Fransokyo Square. San Fransokyo Square. August 31st. So excited about that. Mike, I'm sure will keep us abreast as the centerpiece of it, the Golden Gate bridgey thingy goes up.
Just a bridge.
Is that, but it's from San Fransokyo, not San Francisco. I wasn't sure.
San Fransokyo Bridge, yes.
That's what it's called? Okay. Bridgey thingy.
It's a bridge.
Although I do enjoy Golden Gate bridgey thingy.
I enjoy it too.
And Brian points out the tidbit that popped out of this event that really caught the eye of the team when I passed it along, and that was that the area's music loop is going to feature some nods and some moments that you might recall from the Epcot Japan Pavilion from years gone by, and then also the current Baymax attraction over in Tokyo, Disneyland. So
was Meet the World part of that background music?
wouldn't that be nice?
All right,
I saw that
so
in person. That was on my. I had a couple of things when I went to Tokyo. It's like I must do. And it was Meet the World, Mickey Mouse review. Those were must do.
Two things I always wanted to see but never did.
Yeah.
okay, Mike Celestino, on Friday, you were at They Might Be Giants in San Diego while Rebecca was working hard in San Francisco. What were you doing on Saturday?
I was at They Might Be Giants in San Diego.
Okay, so they had 2 concerts in San Diego?
Yes.
Okay, Mike,
Hey, Mike,
okay, so
where were you last night?
Oh, we haven't gotten there yet, Jeremiah. Don't rush the band. Don't rush the band. So on Saturday, well, Mike Celestino was...
Wait. Also,
Yes.
I got to visit. Is this where you were going? The Hotel del Coronado?
Yes. Yes, that's where I was going, Mike.
Okay, yeah. So my friend Kevin flew in from New York. He told me about this place that for some reason I had no idea that this even existed. You would think it's like right up my alley. I like old hotels. I like things that inspire Disney architecture.
Scooby, you got to put the hands up.
Yeah, I was clueless about this, and we drove over from San Diego. It's just right across the bay there. You take a bridge over to Coronado Island or whatever it's called, and you got the historic Hotel del Coronado. It's built in 1888. It was visited by all sorts of celebrities, including Walt Disney and his wife Lillian, and it was the inspiration for the Grand Floridian Hotel at Walt Disney World.
Me trying to spell Who's the Boss so I can find your Instagram. Mike, how do you spell Bosk?
2 S's and 1 K.
Good mess. Very frustrating. Yeah, it's not coming up for me. I don't care anymore. All right, so Mike was there at the... You had never even heard of this hotel?
Maybe, it certainly wasn't in my database.
Hold on. You've been doing Comic-Con. You were doing Comic-Con for the former site you worked for, weren't you? Like, you had gone down there for that? So you've been doing Comic-Con for multiple years.
Uh-huh. I've been going to Comic-Con since 2003.
Oh, that's 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm just blown away.
So as you
Andy's
approach...
a movie guy too. Andy's a movie guy too. It's been featured in film. Yeah, no,
right.
I'm just.
Some like it's hot, some like it hot.
Yeah.
There.
But the second half of that, it's fine. I never heard of it. Okay, I'm approaching. Here it comes. Wow, this looks just like the Grand Floridian, right, Mike?
Well, you know what? My friend Kevin told me, he was like, as we were approaching, he's like, oh, I heard it had something to do with a Disney hotel. And I was like, oh, well, there's a hotel called the Coronado Springs at Walt Disney World. So I assumed, as we were approaching, I was like, oh, I assume it must be something to do with that. But no, I was like, oh, it doesn't look anything like that. But then, yeah, I forget when it actually, somebody clued me in. Sometimes I'm a little slow with stuff like that, but yeah.
You can relate. It's a requirement to be on our team, Mike, so it's perfectly fine.
I do enjoy the Coronado Springs one, though. That parallel is just...
Wouldn't that have made more sense? Because it's not, like, why is the Grand Floridian designed after a Californian hotel?
Because Walt went there and loved it. You even saw the picture of Walt Disney there.
I did. That's the first... that's the reason you knew I was there, because I posted
Yeah.
that in random. Yeah. In
So
our,
Walt Disney
Slack.
came back from his trip and said, "We need to build this hotel in this resort that I haven't even thought of yet," and that is what happened. All right. So while you were there making birdhouses in your soul, Jeremiah was at Disneyland doing what?
So Thursday, I am at work, and I get a message from our CEO going, "Hey, can you go to Disneyland on Saturday?" My first thought was, this message isn't for me. 'Cause it was Thursday night at 9 o'clock my time. It's like, oh no, yeah. I was like, yeah, why? He goes, Haunted Mansion world premiere. And I said, even if I couldn't, I would have found a way.
Now, I want to clarify again here. This isn't like something that we had been invited to weeks ago, and
No,
I was
this
suddenly
was
like,
Thursday,
I need to
right?
bail on this. No, this invite came in on Thursday after the strike because they needed people to fill those seats. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, it was definitely last minute. And so I flew out, was able to do DCA for a little bit, went over to Disneyland, got to enjoy Toontown, which, Rebecca, answering the question that you posed many, many moons ago, no, it's still not better without the crowds in there. It is still a hodgepodge and not that great. So I was able to go to the Haunted Mansion World Premiere, which, as it turns out, I believe it was Wednesday, they opened up tickets to D23 members for about 3 minutes before they were completely sold out for this also. And it started off with us over in Disneyland at the Haunted Mansion, which is where the red carpet was, where we got to interact with Cruella, Maleficent, Sally the Tightrope Walker, and Constance, and Cruella DeVille. And we got to enjoy the attraction. Nothing changed about that, but we did get some great photo ops. And then we headed over to Disneyland, or Disney California Adventure, the Hyperion, where they had props and costumes out, and some great set pieces like these busts and the stretching portraits. They had lots of food, but by the time we made it over there, they were trying to rush us into the theater, so we didn't even get a chance to do like the Doom Buggy photo op.
But you did actually get to see the movie. You didn't just get to watch an empty red carpet.
No, I got to see the movie. I really enjoyed it. My response that I won't go into because then I'll end up saying the wrong thing is on our Instagram and Twitter, so definitely go check that out. It will be a movie that I see multiple times.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, no, I just wanted to ask you, Jeremiah, from a theme, I mean, we're a theme park show, so from a theme park perspective, from a Haunted Mansion fan's perspective, does it do it justice?
It does it so much justice. It is a love letter to the Haunted Mansion.
Did you hear that, Kyle? A love letter to the Haunted Mansion. Cool. Well, I'm glad you got to see that. I'm excited for this film. It is probably third on my excitement list because there's so many good movies out this year, but I'm very excited for this
Barbie
film.
is number one for you?
Barbie, no. I really want to see Mission Impossible, and then Oppenheimer, of course. Rebecca, you have any excitement at all for Haunted Mansion? No, not at all. Mike, I know, does, but not as much as for Oppenheimer and Barbie. What is the term you coined, Mike?
Well, so this is going to be contested. Barbenheimer.
Yeah.
I've been saying it for months and months. It's everywhere now. It's one of those things. You gotta let it go. If you love it, let it go.
Until you get that letter in the mail saying pay up for every time you said it. All right, so Mike, I know it seems like a distant memory now, but you had some frustrations earlier in this week when you wanted to purchase your tickets to Oogie Boogie Bash. How did that go?
Oh, not well. I think it was 11 hours and something, 20 minutes or something. But yeah, waited in the queue all day, kept checking back every 10, 15 minutes, and never got past the point where it said more than an hour.
And you probably could see through all the social media every date slowly selling out, dwindling down to what's available. just a frustrating experience for anybody to be tethered to your computer for 12 hours and ultimately get nothing out of it. But that's the way the system works right now. Hopefully they can somehow take care of that. There's got to be a better way. Let's see what else we got. Rebecca, let's look at something pretty. You said you have some Bastille Day video for us?
Bastille. This is... I wish that I was there for this. This is so amazing.
So this is the Bastille Day fireworks in Disneyland Paris, which uses fireworks and drones. Yes, what you're looking at there, floating in the sky, is a drone Lumiere. And it is... And the show is just amazing. Amazing. Notre Dame. Good thing that Jeremiah wasn't there that day.
My favorite comes a little bit later. I'm going to fast forward to it. But it's so amazing. This is so amazing.
Where you are right now, I couldn't tell which were real and which were fake.
Isn't that wild?
Like when I first started watching it.
It's so bizarre.
Thing. And is this just a one-day show for Bastille Day? Wow.
Oh,
hey.
Ooh, Honda.
And
Honda. Compliments of Honda.
Okay. We can skip this very shortly. So that entire video is up on our YouTube right now. O'Brien said it was a plausible new European record for 1,500 drones used for that. 1,500.
Wow.
What was it for, Doobie?
Plausible?
No. Why did they do the drone show?
For Bastille Day.
Thank you.
It doesn't roll off my tongue, I'm sad to say, but I do know how to pronounce it. And yet we still have no drones in North America Disney parks. We do in other North American parks. Dollywood has a drone show.
This is my favorite part. Oh, there it goes. That's my favorite part.
Especially since that's the castle design they did for the 5th with the
Isn't that cute? I love that.
Hunchback.
That's like so amazing.
I want to see the software for this. I mean, is it to the point where they just draw and the drones take it from there? And then next year, are the drones going to draw for themselves and people are no longer needed for this?
Have you seen the trailer for the creator yet? AI is taking over.
I'm looking forward to it. Mike likes the AI overlords coming though, right, Mike?
Am I muted?
Not anymore.
Okay. Yeah, pretty soon we won't need guests to come to the park. We'll just have AI guests.
They experience it much faster, so the park can just be open for like a nanosecond. I have no problem with AI. I mean, I want them to think I have no problem with them. That way, I get to live longer. I'm thinking, I'm playing the long game. AI, come on in. Come on in.
We have to harvest our bodies to grow new AIs. Again, go see the creator trailer, and then you'll be like, oh, okay, I understand that.
It's an interesting idea. Mike's a filmmaker.
The drones can do the silhouette of Hitchcock at one point. Ooh, that's a good Universal idea right there.
All right, so that was Bastille Day. What else do we got? Not that busy a day, though. Disney Treasure, the next Disney cruise ship, setting sail next year. I can't wait. I can never wait for the next Disney cruise ship. Disney Parks blog has created a page where you too can follow along on its progress.
Wait, why only you two? Not They Might Be Giants?
Ta-da! More pictures.
So basically it's just kind of summaries of the updates that they're doing anyway, but you get to go to one page and see the progress of Disney's next great ship. So excited for the Disney Treasure. I've been listening to a lot of cruise blogs. So I listen to a lot of cruise blogs in my normal life, watch a lot of vlogs, listen to blogs, and then I go on a cruise. And then it becomes too painful to watch and listen. So I go on a long sabbatical. And now I'm over that pain. My last cruise is February. It's July now. So the pain is over. And I'm once again listening to a lot of cruise podcasts. And I was listening to a regular Disney cruiser who went on his first Disney Wish cruise and all his criticisms of the Disney Wish and all the changes they made. And I just want to say, wrong. The Disney Wish is the best Disney cruise ship. You're wrong. Let's see. What else do we got? Rebecca, I wanted to have you, if you don't mind, talk a little bit about the theme park you went to not too long ago and wrote an article for.
I finally got to go to Kings Island in Ohio. We've all seen it as kids growing up from the Brady Bunch reruns that were happening when we were little.
Were the
And
banana splits there?
yeah, various shows. I forget who went there before the Brady Bunch, but there was the Partridge Family, Brady Bunch, Banana Splits. But they opened a new area. It's called Adventureport. They added a few new rides, gave a overlay theme to the eatery there. They the spinner ride, it is themed to a cargo company, so you got your various barrels of items that need to be transported, cacao beans, potatoes, spin around, lots of fun. The whole area is it has kind of that overlay of like Central South American explorer. So in this case, you've got the icon of the sun, and it becomes the base for this spinner where you go way up high in the air and upside down and back down. And then adjacent to it is a coaster attraction that has been there for many, many years, and it just received a little bit of a sprucing of the queue area. I want to say its name is Adventure Express. Okay. I was waiting for that picture. David got out of my head. This was the most unusual experience for me as a coaster I've ever done. It's so quirky and weird. Have you ever done this? Have you been to Kings Island, Jeremiah?
I haven't.
So this ride, it kind of reminds me of like Everest, in that there's like long periods of just beauty, kind of countryside beauty, and then a thematic moment, and then more beauty, and then a thematic moment, kind of that beginning portion of Everest before you climb the hill, right? So this is what's happening in the beautiful, forested area of Ohio. And then all of a sudden you enter into this temple, and it's like, so you've been on the ride for a little bit, you enter this temple, and then the tiki gods come. They're not really tiki gods, but they're like the stone gods come to life along the walls with this hammering, "You will pay," kind of thing. And so you're going up and you're going.
Here's your lightning lane.
Yeah, no, exactly. They're like, "You will pay." You go up and then you come down and into the station, and the ride's over. And it was just like.
Do they still have the log ride, and do they have a poster tube in every log?
It was pouring rain, so I didn't get to go on very many attractions because I didn't feel like being soaked. But I did enjoy an amazing brewski. They had a funnel cake beer over at the Mercado area where you can get some libations. So I was a happy camper.
So YouTube, this really isn't made for kids. Right, go on over that.
How much was the funnel cake at that park? Do you recall?
I did not look at a funnel cake price. I just got a funnel cake beer.
So do you know how much a funnel cake at Knott's Berry Farm is?
Ooh,
like $3.50, $4.
$14 for the basic funnel cake, and if you want ice cream and strawberries and stuff, $18.
I thought Knott's was the more affordable Orange County theme park.
I used to love getting funnel cakes when I go there for Scary Farm, and I walked by and I'm like, I want to. Oh no, I don't.
Speaking of Scary Farm, I forgot to put it on the list, but I did want to mention everyone was happy to see that Fear Passes were available for Universal's Halloween Horror Nights this season. Did you procure yours, Jeremiah?
I have not. That is something that I usually will wait until towards the closer time, because there's a lot going on in October for us always. So my time that I can visit Horror Nights is either plentiful or none at all.
But and by the way, continuing it with food, Kings Island, their food rocked. Everything I tasted was amazing. Rotisserie chicken, nice potato. They weren't fried. They were kind of those thick cut fries, but they had like ranch seasoning on them. So they gave them the name, I want to say Sidewinder, after one of their coasters. And then they have this blue ice cream that's really popular, but I'm not a fan of ice cream, so I got it as mousse. So yeah, so it was super fun and awesome.
I'm looking forward to the next time we have an ice cream event where I'm the only person that will eat it. So I Mike can't have this, Rebecca won't eat that. So Jeremiah, you get this one.
I will eat it. I just don't like it. Not a big fan.
So Kings Island got me thinking, Jeremiah, for you, because I know you're a connoisseur. What is your favorite media set in a theme park? Examples might be that Brady Bunch episode, the movie Roller Coaster, the opening scene of, I believe it's
House on Haunted Hill.
Okay. What's the movie I'm thinking of, though? Now I'm gonna go crazy. Final Destination. I believe it's the third Final Destination that starts in a theme park with a roller coaster.
And
Yours is House on
House on Haunted Hill has the Hulk from Universal.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
I was actually just talking about Roller Coaster a few days ago.
I love that movie.
It is so bad.
No!
No, it's not so bad. It is definitely a product of the 70s, but you get to see so many theme parks. But if I had to choose the best movie in a theme park, I think you should know my choice for this movie.
Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Can we take him off, please?
Wait, I have a question. Did you guys start talking about the movie Roller Coaster because of Sparks being in it?
Yes.
No, but we should have. I forgot they're in that. That's why it was in my head. We were talking about Kings Island and how that Brady Bunch episode was filmed there, and it got me thinking of favorite movie or TV scene or something that was set in a theme park or in theme parks. And yes, at the end of that, when they go to the Revolution and the finale of the Revolution, Sparks is doing the opening day concert there. I totally forgot that.
I just learned that yesterday from the documentary about Sparks, directed by Edgar Wright.
So, Jeremiah, give me your answer.
National Lampoon's Vacation.
Oh, of course, Wally World.
Who's outside should have told you that.
How about you, Mike? Your favorite movie or TV, even if it's just like one scene, but set in a theme park or amusement park?
Full House. It's Mike's.
Beverly Hills Cop 3 when Eddie Murphy takes George Lucas's spot on that one ride.
Totally. How about you, Rebecca? Do you have one, Rebecca?
One of my favorites growing up was Whiz Kids when they were at Universal Studios using the dragon from Conan for some reason. Because
They're
I
so
love
cool.
that is like one of my favorite live entertainment things in all of history. Is that Conan the Barbarian show at Hollywood.
I just want to do like a video, just a compilation of all these scenes. That's pretty cool. Mine is Roller Coaster. I absolutely love the movie Roller Coaster. I like that they go all over the country doing these things. But the opening of Final Destination, if it is 3, no, it's not 2. So I think it is 3, which is set in an amusement park.
Because 2 is the log, the traffic jam with the log. Yeah.
Right. I love that series. But so you get to see it twice, of course, because that's the way Final Destination works. And it's just the tension, and I love all the Final Destinations. Love them.
I do not see that at all, Doobie. Like, that is a shocker for me.
But one of my favorite movies overall, That Thing You Do, they
Yes,
filmed at the park
of course.
when they were filming.
70 Pounds of Trouble.
So yeah, so we were there when Tom Hanks was standing off to the Fantasyland buildings watching, and then every so often the little Matterhorn sled would go by, and so we went to see that movie purely because of that, knowing that had happened, and it was like 2 seconds in the movie, but then adored the movie, fell in love with the movie. It was funny.
And the trouble with P.L. Trafford, what was it called again, Jeremiah?
Saving Mr. Banks.
Saving Mr. Banks, that's what it was called. I'm sorry. I went with the working title. So yes. Saving Mr. Banks also had the cool scene filmed at Disneyland.
If you're a Disneyland diehard, that is almost painful to watch. You're like, what? No, that's so wrong.
All right. That's really all I got. Let me give you guys 2 quick trivia questions if we can, since it's Disneyland's birthday. It's one trivia question with 2 parts. 2 attractions opened on Disneyland's birthday. One in 1965 and one in 1989. What were those 2 attractions?
Splash Mountain was 89.
Very good, Jeremiah.
And I'm sorry, what was the year for the first?
1965, Tencennial. Mike?
Inner Space?
Oh, close. in that. No, not really.
New Tomorrowland didn't open until the following year.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know.
1955, July 17th.
That's when it opened.
I can only think of one attraction that opened in 1965.
No, you said 55.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, 65.
65.
Small World?
1967.
Oh.
But you are in the same universe.
Wait, it's Mr. Lincoln.
Yes,
They
great moments with
just said
Mr.
that
Lincoln.
when I was in there the other day. In my head, I still can't get over the
I
fact
should have
that
known
there's
that
two Mr. Lincolns on code.
I should have known that because of the anniversary moment. Yeah.
Look at Kyle with the clue. This is a great moment for streaming. That's not Kyle, that's Tony. Why did I say Kyle? Oh, because technically the line is Moose out front should have told you.
And that's Kyle.
Don't you know? All right, guys. That's our show today. Oh, no, it's not. Forgot one more thing. Our guys, you may have heard, I don't know, but we've got two guys who Laughing Place has so generously sent around the world to experience.
Compliments of Roosevelt?
No.
Sorry,
Compliments of their hard work throughout their lives and earning and saving, and being kind enough to take some time out and send us back coverage. Ben and Alex are doing the around the world trip, and we have been chronicling that like crazy on our site. Alex is doing a great trip report every day right now. They're in Tokyo. Their next stop is Shanghai. They've already been to Disneyland Resort and then spent some really quality time in Northern California between the Disney Family Museum, Lucasfilm, and then Skywalker Ranch. Skywalker Ranch, and then the private plane trip from San Francisco to Tokyo. San Fransokyo, via Anchorage, because you got to get more gas. So just an incredible trip that they're sharing with us, and it's not even a third of the way. It's about a third of the way through right now. It's a 24-day trip. I think they're on day 8 or 9. It gets kind of weird when you cross the international date line, but so much fun they're having. Such an incredible experience, and I'm so happy they're sharing it with us. Not only sharing the trip itself, but hey, we're in Tokyo. Let's give you guys a new video of this or a new video of that. So thanks, Ben and Alex, and thank you guys for watching all the coverage. It's been really great. For our numbers, for our engagement, and I'm really enjoying all the people who are letting it be known they are thankful that someone of this trip of only 75 people, that someone is chronicling it as much as this. So we're glad people are out there enjoying it, and very proud that Laughing Place is able to bring that to you. That's it, guys. I won't be here next Monday. Rebecca won't be here next Monday. We are going on our own little adventures by Disney to Yellowstone.
Okay, I think me and this guy may be a little tired next month.
Yeah, we're going on an adventure not by Disney this week.
Yeah, so probably no show next week. See you in 2 weeks. Lots to cover though between now and then with Comic-Con and dual adventure by Disney. Is it like Attorneys General Adventures by Disney? I believe is probably how you'd say it. Yeah. So lots going on.
Isn't that
Always
the
stay
name
tuned.
of it already?
Adventures by Disney is what
Adventure Eye.
Adventure Potamai. Barbenheimer. We're not done streaming today though. This is only 3. I've got one more show to do. Tonight at 7:30 p.m. Disney Trivia Live. It's Disneyland's birthday. We're celebrating with all Disneyland Resort trivia. One on Disneyland, one on everything at the resort but Disneyland. Can't wait to do that. So join us right here, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, and have a laugh like the ladies over there with Mike Celestino. Bye, everybody. If only we had hotkeys.